Okay, guys, we're gonna try this again. New mic setup. Pretty cool, right? So I think part of the issue last time was, again, sound was one. Now I won't hit the microphone. Two, put the video was on standard def, not the higher def. So sorry if it takes up people's bandwidth, but we're going to have to do the higher def one. Um, I realized as I was pulling out WIPs to do for 2017, I missed one of the 2016 ones. So hang on, let me pull this closer. So this will be WIPs for 2017 and 2018, except for this one, which is 2016. I'm probably only going to be able to do this in little bits and pieces, just because I'm not home on the weekends that much. We're headed to San Antonio this week for the 3-day weekend, and so I will not have time to do it here. And I'm not hauling all this stuff with me because I don't have room in the plane. Um, hmm, I think we talked about that already, right? That we bought a plane. Yeah, that's fun. But yeah, so it'll be, I'm going to try to do like 5 or so per day and see if I can get it knocked out, but we'll see what we can do in the morning before I start work. So here we go. This is the last one from 2016 that I did not get to, that I forgot, and it is called Ornaments All Around by Glendon Place. And this was started on December 19th, 2016, and is stitched on a 28 count Opal Lugana in caramel macchiato. I guess that's the right pronunciation for that. Hand dyed by Stephanie, or Steph's Fabrics. I forget what she calls it now. This was not a big start, and I don't know which way this goes. It's one of the bells in the middle. This one has a ton, I'll get a better picture of it there, has a ton of beads, big charm in the center. I switched out all of the Krennic for as close as I could find it color-wise. Tried to get rainbow gallery threads that would work because I hate Krennic. So there's that. So that was the last one for 2016. All right, so I'm gonna put a cut in here so I can move on to 2017. All right, 2017 WIP Parade starts now. Hopefully you'll get to see me change. I'll be changing shirts a lot. All right, so this one is Witch's Brew by Hinzite. Started on January 2nd, 2017, and it looks like it's being stitched on a tea-dyed Monaco. I think it came that way, khaki Monaco, and that's what I got done so far. That was probably just like one day of stitching. I think that was probably that same January challenge. It was to celebrate somebody's life. I forget. I don't remember exactly. I have to remember to look up at the camera. So that was Witch's Brew, January 2nd, 2017. Next up is a ginormous project that I will be lucky if I ever finish. It is called Halloween Village, done by Stony Creek. I have all of my notes on my phone in my Xstitch app. In a beautiful Garan Cotton Bags bag. Look at that fabric. Isn't that awesome? And see if I can find. So this was in a series of Stony Creek magazines. Let's see if it tells you. They started summer of 2012 through spring of 2014. That is the final product, what it will look like eventually. And they had it stitching on an Afghan originally. And I didn't want it to be an Afghan. I wanted it to be a wall hanging. So I was having a hard time finding a big enough piece of fabric in the right color that I wanted to use it on, and also to get it the right size. This was started January 4th, and so I found some 22 count Hardinger that I ice dyed, and it will fit on this piece of fabric. It might be a little bit dark, but you know what? I still like it. And that is what I have started. It is over 1 on the 22 count using 1 strand of floss. And so I don't know if you can see all of that focus, but that's just just the edge of the border on one of the blocks. I need to pull this out. There actually was a stitch along for it. I know several people finished it. It's beautiful. I will get to it eventually. One of these days I'll retire and have all this time to stitch, right? The 60 hours a week that I work, I'll have time to stitch, because right now, work 60 hours a week, then you got to spend at least an hour exercising, right? I went for, well, only half an hour last night. I went for a really vigorous bike ride with the hubs, and that was fun. But then that leaves you very little time once you get dinner. I think I had an hour to stitch last night, and work has been so busy I haven't had time to stitch during meetings like I used to. Since I got promoted, I have a little bit more responsibility. I don't get to stitch as much during the day. Let's see. Next up is Floral, Texas. This was started on January 5th, 2017. And see if I can figure out who this is from. Stitch Line Shop on Etsy. I don't know if they are still in business. Let me see if there's an overall picture of the front. Or if I just have, well, apparently I only have the pattern printed. Let's see if you can see. That's what it'll look like eventually. And it is on a 28 count Lugana called Dreamin' from Silkweaver. Again, vintage Silkweaver. And that's what I have at this point. And I really do need to finish this. I love this. That is just, the roses are gorgeous. So, love that. The only bad thing about this is every time I click into the Xstitch app to find out what the fabric was, it does not save my place, and I have to scroll every time to find the next piece, which is Snowman with Lights by Mill Hill. Started on January 8th of 2017. This was just in a Ziploc bag, so no pretty bag to show you on the Floral, Texas. I should make one. Heaven knows I have tons of bluebonnet fabric I could make with. This one is in a pretty one, though. This is a Dot Dot Goose Designs bag. So, Mill Hill kit, Snowman with Lights, that little guy, and very, very minimal start there. You can actually see that. Didn't get a lot of stitching done that day. I have a feeling I probably went back and stitched on the Floral Texas piece. But there's that. And since I didn't have to figure out what fabric that was, we can go straight on to the next one. January 10th start. This is Luna by Nora Corbett. And of course I got to click into it, find out what the fabric is. This is on 28 count Cashel linen by Silkweaver in Purple Petunia. And so you can see, that's her skirt. And that's really cool, right? I mean, that looks like a dragon eye. I got that from Hobby Lobby, I believe, in the charms section. And that's 28 count Cashel linen, Silkweaver, Purple Petunia, January 10th, 2017, Luna by Nora Corbett. Sorry, got a cough for a second. Let me pause. And Luna is in a So Much to Love bag with my turtles on it. Obviously, you can see I love turtles. I have turtles everywhere in here. All right, next up is just in a Ziploc bag, so no pretty bag to show. This is a V-stitched designed by Bev called Lone Star Sampler. And let's see, this is on one of those printed linens. Let's see if I can figure out which one it is. 32 count country cream linen, and that's my little start, which is the Alamo right in the middle. Woohoo! Love this design. Love all of her designs. A couple more. That was started on January 13th, 2017. Lone Star Sampler, the Stitched Designs by Beth. Next up is, again, in the Ziploc bag, so a no pretty bag to show you. This is called Flox Box by Ink Circles. Am I right? Yes, Tracy Horner of Ink Circles. This was in May 2012 Cross Stitch and Needlework magazine. Flox Box. And this is a silk weaver fabric. It's Wexford linen. I can tell just by feeling it. What the name of it is, I do not know. 32 count Wexford linen by silk weaver in Dazzle. Very minimal little start there. That's not really showing up there. And it looks kind of blue. It's actually a really springy green with the yellow here, but it's very spring greenish. Really having a hard time picking up that color. And this is being stitched with Dinky Dye Silk in Midnight. Again, Flox Box. Let's see where we at. I've got 30 minutes. Oh, that was all I did. Let me grab 5 more since I got a few more minutes. Okay, the next 2 are both from the Prairie Schooler Harvest Time. And this is one of the original hard copy ones. Very nice. The first one is Harvest Time Turkey. It started January 19th, 2017. That one down there on the bottom. I don't have a lot of Thanksgiving pieces, so I think I have several started that I wanted, so I have something. And then the second one started on the 20th is Harvest Time Witch, which we all know I have way too much Halloween, but I still love it anyway. Don't know if I'll do that one or not. But the turkey, these are both done on 28 count mushroom Lugana. There's the start on the turkey body. And see if I can figure out which way's up. This is the start on the witch. Let's see. I think that's like her booty and her cape is butt cape. Yeah, get that a little higher. Butt cape. So those were just 1 day's worth of stitching on either of those. This one was just in a Ziploc bag. No fancy project bag. Next one up is Halloween typography. This came out of one of the Just Cross Stitch Halloween issues. I think I bought the CD because it doesn't say on, or did I print it from the website? Because I get the virtual too. Just Cross Stitch Halloween 2016. Halloween typography. That's what it looks like when it's done. Sorry, I probably don't hold these up for long enough. Give it a couple seconds, right? Have to pause. This is done on 32 count silk weaver in a Fairy Sky. So I could get that out of there. And we all know how much I love Halloween. Oh, hang on. My needle minder stuck. That is just that little center Halloween piece was all I got done that day. Right in the middle. Looks really good. I like it a lot. That was January 21st, 2017. So I actually am finishing some in here because the next one is Flag Day. I believe this is, yep, also ink circles. January 26th. So apparently I finished 5 days worth of stuff in there. Flag Day by Ink Circles. Looks like so. And this is done on, looks like, well, heck, I'm just going to click into it and find out. 28 count natural linen. And that's what I have done. And instead of having red, white, and blue fabric, I went with red, white, and blue floss on my fabric. That is the DMC Coloris floss in 4512. I have made sure I got enough of them to do it all. It's going to take a few skeins. Ooh, there's a good question for anybody. Do y'all remember these floss bobbins from Hobby Lobby? They came in this color and then like a green one with flowers. Can y'all find those anymore? These were like the best floss bobbins ever. They're really thick. And the plastic ones you get now suck because they don't hold the floss tight and always comes unraveled. I can't find these anymore. So if anybody knows a good source for a thick cardboard floss bobbin, I would be game to get some. All right, so Flag Day, again, January 26, 2017, ink circles, 28 count natural linen, DMC Coloris floss. Next up, sorry, I have to scroll again since I clicked into that. Is Snowman Dancing by Mill Hill. Another one of those cute snowmen. Isn't it cute? That's how I separate my sloths from Mill Hill kids. Works really good. If I can find the actual thing. Actually, that looks like I got quite a bit done on that one. Put something behind it so you can see it. Yeah. It's a foot, the other foot, and its belly. Cute stuff. All right, next up is Good Tidings by The Drawn Thread. I thank Stitcherista for this. Oh no, not Stitcherista. I don't remember who this one. She did the other one. I don't remember the one with the bird on it. That's the one, and I have that one somewhere. This one is Good Tidings, Drawn Thread, This Merry Christmas. Really pretty. Doing it with the needlepoint silks in Dinky dyes and needlepoint silks. So this is the first time I think I had ever worked with the NPIs, and I don't notice that they're any different from Dinky dyes. They're pretty nice though. I mean, silk is silk, right? And this is done on 28 count Irish linen, and that is what I have done. I thought I had more done than that, but apparently not. So love the drawn thread stuff. Oops, floss stuck to me. Story of my life, right? How will you guys go out in public with floss stuck to you? All right, I think this next one will be the last one I do, but, oh, and this was started on, Snowman Dancing was January 30th, and Good Tidings was started on February 20th, so we're already into, the last one I pulled out for this morning is March 11th, Baked Alaska by Glendon Place. Any of you all remember, I finished, these were from her dessert series, the Amazing Desserts collection, the mandala. So I finished Red Velvet Cake this past year. And so Baked Alaska is another one of those. We have all of the beautiful supplies. They're stitched with dinky dyes and have lots of beads. And this one, oops, lost. Don't want to lose that. That's silk. Let's see what this is on. This is on 28 count Opal Lugana in Winterfell from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And that is what I have done thus far. And that was another one of those needle minder of the month from Down Sunshine Lane when she had it. I loved those. They were so stinking cute. And that, my friends, will do for this morning's installment. Maybe I can get another 10 or 15 done tomorrow. I don't know quite how many I got through this morning. That's the only way I'm going to get them done. It's just a little at a time. So, well, for now, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow morning too. Good morning. I think I forgot to say Happy Valentine's Day yesterday. I don't remember. Anyway, it is now February 15th. We are continuing the WIP parade, and we are still in 2017. I think I can get through the rest of the 2017 ones this morning before I have to start working. So let's go. There was something else I forgot to tell you guys yesterday, but I don't remember what it is. Anyway, okay, next up is a start on March 14th. This is Scarlet Tanager, hope I'm saying that right, by Nora Corbett. Looks like that. Cute little bird. I thought I actually saw one of these in the wild one day. I might have. I don't know exactly where they live for sure. But it was, I don't know if you can tell from that picture. I made one major change to this. Those side motifs are not centered. And so I changed that to center them. Let's see what fabric this is on. This is on 32 count Jobelin in Dusk by Silkweaver. And it looks like most of what I've done is just the actual frame. And I don't know if you can tell. Look, I even beaded the, well, I got a little part of the bird started, but yeah, these were not centered originally, and that hurt my brain. So I had to move them to the center. So Scarlet Tanager, March 14th, 2017, 32 count Jobelin by Silkweaver, not in a fancy bag. Let me just plug that. I just realized this might not be where it's supposed to be. Hopefully the sound is coming through good. These should all be in order, so I may not need to go back and forth unless I need to know what fabric something is. But next up, oh, I definitely need to know because I don't know the dates on them, so I don't have dates written on them. March 15th, so the Ides of March is the next one. So March 15th, 2017, it's Quaker Gone Tropic by Michelle Inc. And I need to floss down out of the way so you can actually see it. So Quaker Gone Tropic, that's a really bad picture. It's so out of focus on the actual picture. It's not a good picture. I'm doing this with my own colors. I have, several different, just kind of picking my own thing. Some Mosale, some Crescent Colors Limited that was something else, some Stranded by the Sea and other Crescent Colors Limited. And it is being done on 40 count linen in Icon by Picture This Plus, because it called for silken colors, but I just kind of picked my own stuff. And I'm a middle starter, and so where I started was in this motif right here in the middle. And see if I can get, this is a big piece of fabric, get you down to that. So that's part of that swirly, and then the fish that's right in the middle. And this is 40 count, so it takes me some seriously heavy cheaters to be able to see that. Yeah, I don't have very many projects on 40 count and probably won't start anymore. As I get older, it gets harder and harder to see. Although I will tell you that at my last eye doctor appointment, I have a really bad astigmatism in my right eye that he told me, since I spend a lot of time on the computer, obviously, that's what I do for work all day, that I needed to be correcting for my astigmatism. Otherwise, I was basically turning my right eye into a lazy eye. So now I have fancy computer glasses that have just a little bit of correction in them to help focus on the computer, because it's a different distance than you normally would use for readers. Makes a big difference in eye strain at the end of the day. So if you do computer work a lot, computer glasses, they have like a different focus, distance focus. Makes a big difference. All right, where am I? All right, 2017, we're still in 2017. April 5th, Linen and Threads Mystery Sampler. And this one, I believe, was from, well, hang on, don't let me lie. I'll tell you what year it's from. 2017. So it was actually that year. Oh, I got stopped on this one and never got back to it. I love this. It's beautiful. I'm doing it with a Hanks of Silks for You. Oh, I didn't put the color down. Do I have it written down somewhere, or does it actually have it in here? No. That one's a mess. That's how I can find the end. I put a little clip on the end of it, but I have two giant hanks of it. It doesn't have the color on it anymore, and apparently I didn't write it down. I want to say it was like 154, 164. This was a free pattern from Linens and Threads. It doesn't look like I wrote down the color, but I loved it, and it is being done on 28 count white Lugana. And if any of y'all have watched me for a long time, you know that I splashed tea on it once, and so when I get finished, I will probably tea dye the whole thing. This, I got stalled out on part 5, so the first 4 parts are done, and yes, it's going to be big, but that's it. And I still love these colors, some of my favorite colors. Anything aqua or blue, and you know I love pink too, but in peach, corally color, because my shirt is not as red as it looks on there. It is a very corally color. But yes, I will get to this eventually. I don't know if you can see the tea right there. Yeah, that's where I splashed tea on it. Again, that one was started April 5th, 2017. And yeah, I waited. I didn't jump on the bandwagon right away. And this one is in a Garan bag, Valentine bag, cute inside as well, little bitty tiny hearts. Perfect for yesterday, right? Next up is a Lizzie Kate banner year. Figure out what day this is from. This one's from May 2nd of 2017. That's kind of where we're at. But let me show you what we're doing first. Got out of order. These are, I put them in CD cases, which is kind of fun. There's spring. I get the glare off, and the little charms are in the back. That one has a cute little bee in it. Summer, which I've done. The charm is in there somewhere. Autumn and winter. And the patterns are just in the little boxes and along with the charms. And so, yeah, that's where I'm at. Oh, actually, no, the charm for summer is actually on there. That's the fish. And so that's where I'm at. This would not take that long to finish. Just need to get back to it. And it is on, I believe that's a 28 count khaki Monaco. That's what it feels and looks like. And it is in a cute Mama Joan bag, right? Adorable. And again, that was May 2nd. So this was one of the starts left over for Mania for 2017. Then we jump to May 5th. Uh-oh, looked like there was thread floating around somewhere there. This one is Tulip House, May 5th, 2017 in another Garan bag with cute inside, right? Isn't that adorable? It's got holly leaves on it too. Tulip House by Hands On Design and Priscilla Blaine. And let's see, I think that's up. And that is being done on the called for, I believe it's hand dyed by Stephanie Slate. But let me double check. 28 count linen in Picture This Plus by Echo. That's my other favorite chalkboard fabric is Echo by Picture This Plus. Looks really good. 28 count linen, excuse me. 28 count linen in Echo, Picture This Plus. End of school year, in case y'all didn't know, these little things, the pencil holders, Walmart puts them on sale for like 10 cents. They are great for making thread organizers. So just in case you didn't know, I bought like all of them they had one year. At the end of the back to school season, they put them all in the clearance aisle. Yeah, they got down to like 10 cents. And I'm like, you can't even, I don't even know if you can get a Ziploc bag that cheap. And that holds up way better than a Ziploc bag. So something to keep an eyeball on. Oops, hang on, dropped it in the floor. All right, let's see. Back to 2017. I should totally pause this in between. This one is from, so I got a lot of my mania finishes done that year because we're going from May 5th to May 28th. That's a long gap. Just a regular Ziploc bag on this one. And this one was May 28th, Playing with Jacks by the Cricket Collection. And I believe this is on a 28 count cream colored Monaco. And I just have the little central, not even all of them done. He's still got one more band of color on either side that needs to go on there. But cute, I love that one, and it will definitely get finished. Next up is May 29th. And this one is, again, in another Ziploc bag. Purple Tulips by The Silver Lining, Mark Stasted. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I love Silver Lining patterns. They are absolutely gorgeous. And this one called for anchor flosses. So there's some anchor flosses in there. And this one is being done on 28 count Opal Lugana in Winter Wishes by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And that's all I got done. I remember doing this. We were headed to my mother-in-law's in Louisiana, and I was stitching in the back of the truck. So I still had my Yukon. Husband and son were in the front seat. Daughter and I were in the back. Little captain chairs in the back, watching a movie probably. And we were going through Houston. Because I remember thinking, could you possibly hit any more bumps going down the road trying to stitch, you know? Oh my God, it was funny. Thank goodness I don't get car sick. Like I said, it's funny the things that you remember when you're come back to projects, because obviously I have not worked on that since then. Next up is, oh, all the way to September 15th, Queen of Freedom by Mirabilia. And doing this on, oh, in a cute Mama Joan bag. This one does not have all of the flosses in it, right? Queen of Freedom, doing this one on, this is probably because I was doing it while I was traveling. I just took minimal stuff with me to stitch. And this is on the 28 count Lugana, the We the People. And that is what I have done on her. And that's another one of those needle minders of the month. Used to get from the Sunny Dyes Club. So cute. Right now it's preventing me from folding appropriately. That was, like I said, September 15th, 2017. And for once, the bag actually matches the theme, right? That does not always happen. All right, I have 5 minutes before my next meeting, so it's coming in perfect. Last one for 2017, and it was started on October 13th, and everybody will recognize this one, Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. And I am doing it with the DMC. It's by Carriage House Samplings. 32 count buttercup linen from Under the Sea Fabrics. And we actually started this as a stitch along, start along after the OG Floss Tube Retreat in Austin. I think that's when we decided we were going to do it, our little group of stitchers. And that's all I got done so far. And I've worked on this a couple of times, but it's going to be quite large. I still love it, and it's gonna get done eventually. I do love this pattern. It's very cool. And it's in another one of those bags, and the person I couldn't remember whose name, whose kid always come to the retreat with her, and I just thought of it the other day. I saw a post from her. That drives me crazy when I can't remember. Anyway, I will remember it eventually, and hopefully I'll be able to put it in. But her mom was making them. I don't think she does anymore because she wasn't selling them at the most recent retreat, the Bare Bones retreat that we were at in San Antonio just last month. I don't remember, but it's the one that has the separated, so you can put your fabric behind one and put your pattern in the other one. And there's so much floss in there, it's like popping out both sides. Or put that back in the front so I can see what it is, maybe. And there is a little snap in there so you can separate them. The only complaint I would have about these bags is they're a little flimsy. They don't have batting in them to stiffen them up. Other than that, I love the construction, the fact that it has two different spots. So I've got my project in one side and that in the other, and then there's a cute little snap to keep them separate. And then it zips right up, and she put a cute little tag, oops, it's backward, on the zipper and a nice handle there. And that, my friends, is it for 2017 WIPs. Hopefully we will get into 2018 tomorrow. Oh, there goes a little doggo outside my window. Door's over there, window's right there. But for now, I'm gonna sign off until tomorrow. Hey guys, it's Shari again. Duh, it's still the same video for you. For me, it's like a completely day. It is now Friday, February 17th. I have hair sticking in my face. And we're going to do 2018 WIPs. And then we'll put 2017 and 2018 WIPs into a video all by themselves. And we'll go from there. So first up, this is started on February 2nd, 2018. Apparently I finished my New Year, New Start for that one. And it is by Stitchrovia, called You Rock, shaped like a record, in case you couldn't tell that from that picture. And it is being done on 28 count white Monaco. And that's what I got done. Really cute, right? And isn't that little guy adorable? So that's one. That one's just in a regular old Ziploc baggie, no special bag for that one. Next up is Foxglove by Nora Corbett. There's a lot of stuff in there. Lots of beads in that one. It's slightly noisy. It's like a maraca. Sorry, there's sun streaming through the windows. So, Foxglove by Nora Corbett. Had that one signed at one of the retreats. And I love this pattern. This was started on April 18th, 2018 on 28 count Opal Lugana in, and I'm probably going to butcher this, Muireann, Muireann by Sunny Dyes Fabric. Unfortunately, he was no longer dyeing fabric. And that is what I have done on that one. And this is only half of it, so I have another pixie on the other half of that fabric, because that's like pixie fabric, right? Absolute pixie fabric. So again, that's April 18th, 2018, Foxglove by Nora Corbett. Again, just a plain old Ziploc baggie. Now I have to get back down to my 2018s because I had to zoom in on that one to get the name of the fabric. All right. Oh, we're already into Stitch Mania. So this one was started on May 1st of 2018, and it is Midnight Watch by Blackbird Designs. I just love that pattern. I love it since I first saw it. And I believe this looks like mushroom Lugana, or just khaki Lugana. I'm not going to flip into the thing because it takes too long to get back to where I was. And all I have started is the door in the center. It was Mania. Haven't gone back to it since then. Isn't that the cutest needle minder? Have no idea where I got it from. Been way too long ago. Again, May 1st, 2018, Midnight Watch, Blackbird Designs, 28 count. I believe that's 28. Might be 32. Next up is May 2nd, 2018. This is Christmas Eve by the Prairie Schooler. That is one of the cheap flimsy shirts. Really not a fan. This looks like 28 count linen of some type. I'm not going to dip into the thing to figure out what. And it looks like all I have done is a little piece of a reindeer butt and a reindeer belly or harness. So reindeer butt, too cute. Yeah, that guy right there in the middle, reindeer butt. All right, next up is May 5th. So apparently I got the 3rd and the 4th done. And this is in a So Much to Love bag. Cute, cute, right? Fairy Autumn Glow, also by Nora Corbett. And I believe this is the other half of that Muireann fabric. I'm not going to go dipping in and figure out what, but it looks like the other half. Ooh, get it out of the sun. And there's what I have started on that. So let me see, it's kind of that, yeah, gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Love the colors in that. Oop. That in there. I had to get in there. I got some cute little tags to put the name on things that don't have, that aren't the see-through kind. Next up is May 6th in a dot dot goose design bag with cute crows, ravens, trying to get around the sun. And this one is Halloween Delivery by Plum Street Samplers. It is stuck. Oh, look at the inside of that. Isn't it cute? So, Halloween Delivery, Plum Street Samplers. And this looks like it is on Country Mocha, 32 count, I believe. It's the kind that's printed on one side. And I got a lot of the coach done. I must have worked on that for more than one day, because that looks like more than one day's work. And that was May 6th of 2018. Squish it back in there. Next up is May 7th, 2018. And this one is in a Garan bag with bunnies. Cute egg fabric on the inside. And we have, is that right? Nope, I'm out of order. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. Hang on, they got out of order. Something slid. Hold to that one for a minute. Okay, so May 7th, 2018 is Snowy Christmas Quaker Style by RETM. And that's really hard to see that picture. It's not a great picture, but I am not using the called for colors on here. I changed to a color and cotton and a gentle art sampler thread where it called for toffee. I'm using acorn, and I don't think I picked, I'm using B5200 for the white because I wanted that bright white. And I don't think I picked a red yet. But this one is on 28 count opal lugana in Winter Twilight by Sunny Dyes Fabrics. And that is when I got started on that one. And I don't know if you can see, it's kind of hard to see it, but there's like snowflakes painted on the fabric. She made awesome fabric. Okay, and that was just actually stuffed in the bag that it came with. So now I got to get back to 2018. And apparently I finished what I did on the 8th because the next one up is May 9th. Oh, this is the cutest little container. Oh, Stitched Modern. And that's where they came from. They're they expand a little bit. You can put stuff in them. You got a little spot for your chart or something on the back. I love them. I don't remember where I saw them originally. Somebody showed them online, and it's got a really nice. They're called flatties, not fatties, flatties. If you can see that, flatty. My daughter stole the other one. I got 2 of them, but Hannah took one. But the project is Wedding Row by Bent Creek. And Taryn was the one who got me on that one. Only I did mine in a very different colorway than that. It is on very pink fabric. And let me see, I'll tell you what the name of it is. It is 32 count Lugana in, I'm going to butcher it, Anya, A-I-N-E by Under the Sea Fabrics. And that is what I have done. And I'm doing this in some vintage floss and some color and cotton. So some of these are vintage 6-strand sweets for any of you who've been around and old enough to remember 6-strand sweets from way back in the early 2000s. And then my main letters are done in a color and cotton called Miami, and it is way pinker than that. It is like hot pink, and that's showing up way more red. Anyway, it's fuchsia, but I love it. So put that all back in there. So that was May 9th, 2018, Wedding Row, Bent Creek. Cute container of fatty. These have not been back in stock anytime I've gone back to look for them. Yeah, it kind of stinks because they're really cool. All right, now we're back to Snapdragon. Snapdragon by Nora Corbett started on May 10th, 2018. This is the one that's in the Garon bag. Or maybe this is the other half of that fabric. Or this is another half of a different fabric. I got floss hanging around. And, well, you know what? Let me tell you. That is 28 count Opal Lugana in Shaylee, Shaylee by Sunny Dyes Fabrics. And that's what I got done on that day. Again, pixie fabric, right? Total pixie fabric. This bag of lunch over there again. Next up is Halloween Quaker, May 11th, 2018. This is a bag I made all by my lonesome. Actually, Lucretia helped me. And it is Halloween Quaker by Leela Studio. I think that's how you pronounce it, Leela versus Lilo. And it is on 28 count Cashel linen in Sudden Storm by Super. And that, this is what I had originally started. Which one was it? Boo Club? On, and I haven't ripped it out yet. I decided I didn't like the fabric for it. But that's all I got done. It's like the edge of the witch's broom in the piece of the moon. And isn't that an awesome needle minder? I made that one. Got it from Hobby Lobby. Had to get a really big magnet to support it. It's a giant neodymium. But I'll get back to this one day because it's so cool. And I love Halloween. I think I said when that was. Oops. May 11th. Yes. Next up, get that situated, is May 12th. That's a Hinzite design called Dash Away All, with all of the reindeers on there, and it actually has all of their names underneath there, and it comes with a whole bunch of bells because you put a bell on each of them. And this is on a 32 count Belfast linen, opalescent white Belfast linen. And that's what I got, is a reindeer. One individual reindeer, well, a piece of another one on that day. And that is not using the called for. It called for Weeks Dye Works, and I am using a mixture of color and cotton and gassed on that one. And this is one of those cool bags you can get from Amazon for almost nothing. But yeah, I just substituted colors that were similar that I had on hand. All right, let's see. Back to the 2018s. We are up to, make sure I got the right one, because it looks like this might just slipped some more. Another Garan bag, isn't that cute? Little Nomies, and cute inside fabric. And this one is, I can find it, Queen Anne's Lace by Lavender and Lace. And I do not know what this fabric is. It is very thick. So it's probably Monaco. 28 count Monaco in glass blue. And boy, didn't I get a lot done that day. Yeah. Oh, the sunshine is killing me. There you go. A whole bunch is done that day. Oh, I have to tell y'all, I have the best friends. So one of my buddies that lives in the Austin area, and I didn't ask her if I could say her name, so I won't. But she knows who she is. Found at one of the local needlework stores up north of Austin. Can't remember the name off the top of my head, but they had needle paints. And so she was able to get some for me. So if you, needle paints are hard to come by nowadays. And those are used in a lot of the lavender lace patterns. That's what made me think of it. Okay, next up, that was May 16th, Queen Anne's lace. May 17th, also another Garon bag with super cool tulip pink fabric. And the inside is really cute, has words on it about thinking happy thoughts. This one is by the Drawn Thread, The Haunting. So you can see that very good. And this one is done in Gentle Arts flosses. I didn't use the silks. And it is being stitched on 32 count gray cashel linen. And that is what I got done on that day. All right, next up, another dot dot goose. Oh, who made this? Oh no, the label came out of it. It was like an ironed on label on the inside. I don't remember who made this. I'm sorry. Your label came loose. You can see the shiny spot where it was. Well, maybe you can, maybe you can't. It was right there, but it came off. But very well made bag. Very cute. Maybe it's hanging out in there. Or maybe not. This is called The Siren, A Well-Behaved Woman by Knotted Tree. Thought that was really cute. And this called for Belsoise, which I did not have on hand. So I decided to do my good old floss substitutions that I normally do if I don't have what's called for. And I have some stranded by the sea, and some color and cotton, and some 6-strand sweets. So make it work, right? And it's looking good. And this one is being done on, whoops, come here. 28 count Opal Lugana in Colonial Parchment Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And that's the beach where she's sitting with the cute little crab under her butt. Cute, right? Can't remember. Can't remember who made it. Can't remember who made this one either. Got this at one of the Mirabilia retreats. And very well made bag. Cute bat stuff on it, right? This is the pattern from the 6th Mirabilia retreat, I think. It's got all the junk. Apparently I've started beading already because there's a bead thingy in there. Yep, there's beads in it. And so I will show you the pattern from way back here. 6th annual Mirabilia retreat. Whoop, free pattern. And the fabric, it's Under the Sea fabric, but I don't remember the name of it. Of course, the pattern's by Nora Corbett. It was started on May 19th, 2018. This is 36 count Buttercup by Under the Sea Fabrics. And I actually got quite a bit done on this one. I've worked on it several times since then. And this is our needle minder that we got as part of the retreat. Looks just like it. This is really going to be gorgeous when I get finished with it. Looks like I probably should not leave those needles in there just in case they rust. Let me just take those off. Because I do live really close to the water and things rust. Speaking of needles and rusting, or people with nickel allergies, I saw somebody posted on Instagram about something called a pony black needle that's not nickel plated. And I thought, interesting. I don't necessarily have nickel allergies, but And I don't really discolor them, but I thought, hey, if it's a little different, why not give it a try? So I ordered some. All right, next up is May 20th, 2018. And I don't remember who made this bag. It might have been a Rika bag. Rika King. House of Stitch and Stash. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. But it would have been one of her really early ones. So this one is Emerald Mermaid. Okay, got that one signed too. Nora's a very pleasant person to meet in person. Very cool person. And this one is on Feels Like Soapweaver. 28 count Lugana in Ocean Fantasy by Soapweaver. And boy, did I get a lot done on that day. Oh, I remember why I got so little done on this. I don't remember if this is top or bottom. Doesn't matter. It's a piece of her arm right there in the middle. I was flying back from California. That's why so many of those had so little done. And I got in like right before midnight for the retreat. And there are two La Quinta inns. Or well, I think it was at La Quinta. Or was no, it wasn't La Quinta. I'm trying to remember which hotel it was at. Courtyard. Two Courtyards by Marriott. They're like right by each other in San Antonio. And I went to the wrong one first. It's like, hey, I've got a reservation, and I am dragging ass tired because obviously, I had been on California time all week. It just was totally messing me up. And they're like, we don't have a reservation for you. So I'm pulling it up on my phone, going, looking at it, and like, it's like, this is not where I am, is it? And they're like, no, you're down an exit and to the left. I'm like, well, isn't that fun? So I did make it there eventually, but I did get my retreat new start started. All right, where were we? Finishing 2018. We are up to the 21st of May. I thought that a lot of those looked funny because they didn't have everything in them. So a lot of times when I'm traveling is I just pull a couple of flosses to get it started because I don't have a lot of space. But this one is this is a Momily bag. One of Emily's mom's bags. Cute inside. Yeah, adorable, right? This is another Hensite pattern called Broom Hop. And I don't know if this one has any actual, it's supposed to have a charm, but apparently I have either lost it or it didn't come with it. And I have the middle witchy mostly done and the cape of the one in the front started. Can you see that? Or that hurt? Yeah, it's a cape. And that looks like 28 count Irish linen, if I had to guess. Okie dokie, next up is, oh, this is the same bag maker, the one that it came off of. Maybe it'll be in this one. Yes, it is. Dark Side Bags. That little, oh guy, Dark Side Bags. Cute, right? Ouija planchettes. Very cool. This one is Let It Snow Bungalow, May 22nd. Let It Snow Bungalow by Hands On Design and Priscilla. I'm sorry, I have hair driving me crazy. There we go. And I think I have all the stuff in here to start both of them, but I don't. So this is for the main piece, but I have not started the main piece yet. I just have started the smaller winter piece. I can get it out of the sunlight. There we go. And that's what I had gotten done on that one. And this is probably 32 count Echo by Pictureless Plus. That's usually my go-to for chalkboard. Push it down. Next up is May 25th. So I finished 3 of them in there apparently. Oh, another gorgeous Garon bag with bees and sunflowers on the inside. This one is Dance of the Roses by Lavender and Lace. And it is on 28 count Opal Lugana in Fraser's Ridge by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And I got just a little tiny start. Again, it was Stitch Mania. And isn't that gorgeous fabric? It's like a really pretty soft green. Love my pretty ladies. My mom's like, what are you going to do with all those? Hang them all up. Ooh, I got too far. I was just swiping as we went. Let's see, May 26th. This is a Made by Mama Joan bag. And we have the Jardin Privé, Quicker to Halloween. I'll get my fingers out of the way. You can actually see it. And that looks like that's on a 32 count Cashel linen. I don't know what color. And that's what I got done. All right, that was May 26th. And then we make it to May 29th. So apparently I got some other ones done. And this one is Noah's Sampler, another Garan bag. That's peacocks with peacock feather stuff on the outside. This is one that had been in my stash forever. And I just finally said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I always love Noah's Ark stuff. This is a very old pattern. Noah Sampler. Alma Lynn. Let's see if I can find an actual published date on here somewhere. The pattern is ginormous and handwritten. It's that old. It doesn't have it. Oh, there it is, 1992. So it's 30 years old, 30, going on 31 years old. This looks like it is on a 28 or 32 count Mushroom Lugana. And I don't know if you can see that little bit of cream in the middle right there. That is the ramp going up to the boat. All right, we are done with Mania. So apparently I finished the 30th and the 31st as well. So that was May 29th. We're almost done with 2018. 2 things left. All right, this is from October 18th, 2018. Oh, that's, I was like, where's the floss? That's because it's only one color. Prairie Moon. Fine is the trick and the treat. Oh, great. The fabric thing's in it, so I don't have to pull it up. This is on 32 count Lugana and Anubis by Under the Sea Fabrics. Love this color. And that's all I got started. Holy crap, get out of the sunshine. There you go. Is that? It goes like that, apparently. Let me see. Where am I? Oh, that looks so teeny tiny. That's that right there. So that first motif right here and right there. That's what that is. going to say October 31st, OCT 31. And I believe I am using Anchor Floss, Anchor Black on that one. But I can't tell for sure. Because it's just the floss in there and no labels. I love the new Anchor that comes on spools. It's pretty awesome. All right, last but not least, the very last WIP. Oh, that's in a So Much to Love bag. One of the big ones. Last project of 2018. And oh no, that was it. This is 2019. Teaser. Teaser 2019 WIP here in a cute bag made for me by Lucretia. Lucretia Crafts. You'll have to wait and see what it is next time. All right. It'll take me a little while to get all the stuff put together, but that was the end for 2018. So I will try to get this up before too long. We're headed to San Antonio tomorrow morning, and I will be up there for at least a week trying to get some painting done in the condo. So won't be able to do any more WIP footage until I get back home. So we'll go from there. And then, of course, I won't be able to really do an update. We'll get out of the sun because there's all of my stuff is down here. I am taking 4 of my older WIPs with me. I'm leaving Last Supper here because it's on the what do you call those cool silver stands? Words. They're hard on a Friday afternoon. It's the end of my work day, and it's been a long week. Anyway, it's on the stand, and I feel like taking it off. So I'm going to take 4 of my old WIPs with me, and that's what I will work on over the next week. They'll get like 2 days a piece, or 3 days a piece, or whatever until I get home. 2 days a piece will be good. Yeah. So until next time, talk to you guys later. Keep stitching.